So for the second part of Luka Garza's offensive game, we're looking at him in the pick and roll. And the first is him as a screen setter. So like on this one, he doesn't even get all of Kemba Walker on the screen, but he's still able to nudge that hip out just enough to create an advantage for the on-ball guy, Walton Jr. And what I want you guys to remember is like this would be Cade Cunningham or Killian Hayes right here taking advantage of this. And then if it's going to force this guy to help, it kicked to Hami. And so remember that the screen by Garza started all of this. Now Hami's able to attack an unsettled defense. And again, this would be a drive and a kick back to someone like Cade Cunningham, not Derek Walton Jr., whenever the team is healthy. Again, on this one, you see this one's really good. So you see he's able to move, get his full body, get all of McBride on this one. And then as McBride tries to roll and get underneath him, he rolls and stays on him. Like, maybe a little bit of a moving screen, but really gives a wide open look for Walton, puts Top in a tough spot. Again, are you going to help off of Saddiq Bey, or are you going to get here to Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes with the regular Pistons lineup? But one thing I do want to highlight right here is like I talked about in the article, his willingness or ability to pass. Like I understand he's getting fouled right here. It's an unsettled situation, but you have two Pistons wide open. Like his initial thought always is shoot. And I do think that's something he needs to change a little bit to be a more willing and able passer when you get into the short roll stuff. So here again, we're going to see another one. Sets a nice screen for Saddiq Bey, gets all of Julius Randle, and then he immediately gets to the rim. This is something I talked about with Isaiah Stewart hopping, but Garza immediately gets to the rim, and then look how he seals off Mitchell Robinson there to allow the driving lane for Saddiq Bey to get fouled and go to the free throw line. So some really good stuff there for Luka Garza as just a really good screen setter. How about as a finisher? So here he gets enough of him, rolls. Yes, you would love to have a guy that's jumpy jump and can go up and catch this lob. But if he's able to do this, just crafty ways, get to the other side of the rim, shot fakes, whatever, I don't care how he does it. If he's able to put the ball in the rim, all of a sudden he becomes a pretty decent pick and roll player. And then he is already very high level offensive rebounder because of his anticipation. So this is something he has to be really good at as well. If the on-ball player is able to force his man to help, he has to follow that like he does here, get the offensive rebound and putback. Again, it's not highlight worthy because it's not a dunk, but it's still worth 2 points. So this is some areas where I think he could be successful in. The biggest area for improvement right here. When you're going to short roll, I talked about the passing. I'm not saying on this specific one there's a pass to be made necessarily, but right here, keep your eyes on this moving forward. Is he able to catch this, make the right play, and is he able to make these shots, which he hasn't necessarily been great, between 10 feet and the 3-point line?